Kingdom Hearts 4 has been revealed, it is confirmed, and it's got me thinking. That was on the NVIDIA leaks list that came out a while back, as a lot of games that have been confirmed now have been on. And it kind of makes me want to go back and check and see what else is on that list. As you guys know, I think it's GeForce Now streaming platform was data mined, and a bunch of games were on a list. Those have been dissected and kind of revealed a lot of games that have come to fruition, at least in their reveals, and a lot of games that have not yet. And at this point, I'm thinking so far it's been correct on every single prediction it's had. And I think it'd be fun if we go through that list and see where we're at as of right now. My name's Seth, and if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe and check out our Tasty Cast we just did on Kingdom Hearts 4 if you are curious about our thoughts on that. Maybe you got thrown off at the beginning of this episode. But yeah, it's just really interesting that everything that's been on that list so far is coming true, even though they denied that it was even accurate at all. So yeah, let's jump over to the list and check it out and see where we're at when it comes to games that have been revealed and games that are confirmed. This is on Reddit. This is from a user called Last Grail, capital L, capital G, and this is on the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit. This came out 7 months ago, and it seems as though they are updating it as we go. I'll read real quick so you guys know where it stands. It says, to signify a confirmed game from the list, checkmark will be used. However, an unconfirmed game will have an X attached to it. It also says this all comes from the NVIDIA servers, but that means it can be old, canceled testing data or something for the future with these entries. Please read this first. So take this with a grain of salt. With all leaks, always take it with a grain of salt. Don't get yourself set up for failure and be upset because your needs were not met, or at least what you want did not happen. Continuing, GeForce Now has a data leak, if to be believed, and I want to compile a list of everything I can find, and if someone else has findings, please post it below. I will be constantly updating the list, so please help out. And this list is updated even though it came out 7 months ago. This is a GeForce list and not a guaranteed PC list, so please understand that GeForce is for streaming. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's only going to be for PC, although a lot of this, when I was going through it, looks like it pertains to PC mostly, so take it as you will. Additionally, Sony Games can be linked to PS Now since you can play games on the PC platform through there. So it doesn't mean for sure they are going to Steam. They will eventually, but not for the foreseeable future. As stated before, games can be used for testing due to the C word. You can read it on the screen. Okay, so we got a list here. First one, and they categorized it by publisher, which is pretty cool of them. So it says Sony, it literally takes years for these games to come to PC, if at all. First game on this is the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Edition. This is confirmed. This is out. Next one is Helldivers 2 with an X. We don't know anything about that. So, although I could have swore there was a teaser for Helldivers 2, but maybe I'm just thinking of this list. Honestly, I hope this is true. I'm crossing my fingers. I think Helldivers was an awesome game that just needed a little more to it, but on that, it was just a great experience. Awesome hardcore co-op gameplay. So I can't wait for this to be true, if it is, which so far most of the games have been. So let's hope. Horizon Forbidden West coming to PC, I'm assuming, or at least streaming. Not confirmed, but the game, of course, is. Gran Turismo 7 is out, but not confirmed for PC or streaming. Deracine, not confirmed, nothing. God of War, checkmark. It is out on PC. I have not played it, but I know a couple people have played it, and they seem to be enjoying it. Returnal coming to PC, I think that's a no-brainer. I would be actually surprised if they don't release that for PC. Some people kind of speculate which games from Sony will be coming to PC. I think Returnal makes complete sense. Mouse and keyboard, third-person action game. It's a smaller game. it's, I think, made most of its money on PlayStation. That was a no-brainer to me. Demon Souls coming to PC. I'm assuming that's the remake. X not confirmed. Nothing going on with that. But I can see that one coming out to PC as well. I mean, all the Dark Souls games have come out. Demon Souls didn't because it's exclusive, but the new one I could see coming out. I think that'd make a lot of people happy. Ratchet and Clank, no specified game. I assume they're talking about the newest one that also has an X, so nothing on that. Sackboy Big Adventure X. I could see that one maybe coming out as well, but we'll see. I don't know. I thought it was a pretty neat game, but it's also not like I think it'd be good for people on PC to be able to play that, or at least on streaming be able to play that. But I don't see a big demand for it, but there should be. It's a pretty fun game. Ghost of Tsushima X. This one makes complete sense, and I would actually be surprised if this does not come to PC eventually, just because it is a sought-after big title from Sony, and exclusive to PlayStation, and it definitely would be great on PC, especially with some PC optimization to maybe make it look better, and run great, even though it runs great on PS5. But now everybody's got one of those still. And then it says in big bold black letters, no Bloodborne, Spider-Man, or Last of Us, Last Guardian, Gravity Rush, etc., unless listed above. XXXXXXXXX. No Bloodborne. Sorry, everybody. They just are not giving us what we want when it comes to Bloodborne. Moving on. We have Microsoft with Gears 6, nothing. X, there's nothing on that, but we know that's coming. Gears is nowhere near done, so we're definitely going to be getting that. Oxide unannounced X. I don't know what that is. I don't think they know what it is either. Maybe you do. Let me know in the comments. We got Project Holland, which is, according to somebody on Twitter, Fable. There is no, I'm not seeing an X or a check mark on this. But we know they're working on a Fable, so I guess it's confirmed if that is in fact what Project Holland is, which I wouldn't be surprised. Next one is Project Typhoon, which is Contraband, according to somebody on Twitter, so that is confirmed. I don't know what Contraband is. Maybe I should look into that. Let me know in the comments if that's something I actually really know about. Project Woodstock, which is believed to be Forza, which I assume would be the next Forza Motorsport and not Forza Horizon. And that is also from somebody on Twitter saying that's what that is. So check mark if that is what it is, because we know they're making that. Untitled, the initiative game, presumed to be Perfect Dark, check mark. A little foggy there, but yeah, we know that's coming. So if that is indeed what it is. Halo 5 Guardians, there is no checkmark or X there. But I mean, is that on PC? I don't even know. I have no idea. So let me know in the comments on that one. I'm a little behind on my Microsoft stuff, apparently. Avowed, got a checkmark, so we know that's coming for sure. Kalimba X, Indus X, Gravity X. These all sound like code names. Sounds like these are all like secret projects via the NVIDIA leaks. So makes sense. But like half of them are confirmed. So, all right, moving on. We got Square Enix. A lot of these have been correct. So we got Chrono Cross Remaster. That came out recently. I actually kind of want to pick it up. And it was accurate about a remaster as well. It says remaster. We got the remaster. So Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster. That's got an X. This also says Tactics Ogre Reborn equal trademarked. So I'm not sure what they're talking about with that. No. I feel like this should be below. Tactics Ogre Reborn was trademarked. So that means it could come, or maybe they're just re-upping it. But yeah, no word on Tactics. That's what I know I and a lot of people are hoping for. So that'd be very cool, but no info on that yet. Final Fantasy VII Remake was on there. That happened. We know. It's on PC. Final Fantasy IX Remake, X. We haven't heard anything about that, but with the accuracy of a lot of these leaks, makes you wonder, are they working on Final Fantasy IX Remake? And why Final Fantasy IX, even though a lot of people like it, a lot of people didn't. I loved it when I was a kid, when I played it, And I would love a actual full-on remake of Final Fantasy IX. So let's hope that leak is completely true. Yeah. Final Fantasy 16 coming to PC later. No X or check mark, but well, I guess maybe they're just confirming it. I would assume Final Fantasy 16 would come to PC, so that's not crazy. And we know Final Fantasy 16 is in development. We've seen it, so looking forward to that. Like really stoked for that. Tomb Raider Anniversary 2021 equal X 2021 past. So yeah, we're still waiting on that, I guess. Yeah, more Tomb Raider. Unannounced title by Square Enix, checkmark. Could be like 4 games. Tomb Raider on Unreal Engine 5 announced, checkmark. So we got some confirmations there. And then Kingdom Hearts 4, checkmark, which is something that I remember reading, but then going like, I'm not the biggest Kingdom Hearts guy. So I, kind of went like, are they going to make a 4th one? Or like, is that, I don't know anything about 3, but I kind of assumed it was like maybe the end. Not a crazy thing for them to make a new one, but it's been confirmed. It was just shown off recently. We did a reaction to it. Make sure to go check that out. Although if my lack of enthusiasm for it just now is a hint at anything, you know what you're getting into there possibly. But we keep an open mind. Let's move on to Capcom. We got Resident Evil 4 remake. We've been hearing rumors about this. It's on the leak list. There's an X of it coming to streaming or PC, but there's no info at all. I think this is real. All the rumors and leaks we keep hearing about that, and it's on this list. It's like gotta be being made. It's a very popular game, arguably the game that set Resident Evil on the wrong path, but at the time, fantastic game. Loved that game when it came out. I was fucking obsessed with it. I would love a full-on remake, and if it's anything close to what they did with Resident Evil 2 remake, not 3, 2, I'm fucking all on board. So let's hope that is real. Street Fighter 6 was confirmed, so we got that check mark. Dragon's Dogma 2, please, can we get that fucking Dragon's Dogma 2? I would love that. It's got an X, so no info. We've heard talk about it. We've heard the dude who was responsible for the first game saying he was thinking about maybe trying to get that going, but he had other projects he was going to do. And yeah, if we can get Dragon's Dogma 2 with co-op, I would be fucking in heaven. So please let that leak be real. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be. I feel like the people wanting it over time has grown, and so eventually they're gonna try and meet that demand. Moving on, Monster Hunter 6. That's obviously going to happen at some point. With the success of the last 2 Monster Hunter games, they've already been popular amongst like a niche crowd, but now they're like mainstream. Everybody loves Monster Hunter, so 6 is going to happen. It's probably not going to be called 6, but there's an X, sadly. We haven't heard anything about it, and as soon as we hear about it, you will be hearing us talking about it on the channel, because I can't wait for a next mainline Monster Hunter game. All right, so not a lot of confirmations out of Capcom, but Street Fighter 6 is real. That's not that big of a surprise. You always assume there's going to be a new Street Fighter. And what's up with the fucking logo? All right, so Take-Two owns Bioshock, IP, and Rockstar. Apparently, there's some casuals that they got to explain it to. GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas remasters. Checkmark, that did happen. That did happen. That was an event that happened. A lot of people were not happy because they did some really weird shit with that, but it was real and it's on everything. So correct. Leak was correct. Bioshock ray tracing or RTX remaster. That's interesting. There's nothing on that X. If that comes out, that will be on PC for sure. Especially the RTX aspect of it. You're not going to want to just release a half-assed ray tracing version of it on console. You're going to want a full ray tracing version on PC. So I could believe that. Hopefully, if they do that, it's not just the first Bioshock. It'd be great if they did 1 through 3. Or 1 through 3. 1 through Infinite. All 3 of them. That's what I meant to say. Remaster all those with ray tracing. That'd be fucking dope. I would love to go through Infinite again with that kind of lighting. But nothing on that. Bioshock 2022 X. Now, we've been hearing rumors about a new Bioshock for a long time. No info on it. No hard info. It's on this leak list, though. It says 2022. It's still kind of early in 2022, but I do not think Bioshock is coming out in 2022. Maybe we'll get a reveal. That'd be fucking cool. But yeah, nothing on it. So we got another X on the old leak list. Let's move over to EA. We got Mirror's Edge RTX remaster. There's an X on that, no info. I could see them doing that. Possibly if they want to make a new Mirror's Edge, that's a property that you could definitely probably sell again. Hopefully you do something to make it a little more interesting. The parkour thing has been done now, and it's kind of lost its luster. But if you wanted to get people back into the world of Mirror's Edge, it'd be really smart to re-release Mirror's Edge with improved graphics and fidelity and all that stuff. So I can see that happening. I would be interested in checking that out, but it's got an X, so we have no idea. Next, we got Untitled Respawn game, checkmark, 3 Star Wars games. It's been confirmed they're working on a bunch of Star Wars games. So we don't know a lot about it, but we do know that they're doing that. So, and then the one I'm really fucking hoping for, crossing my fingers, super stoked, hopefully it's real, Titanfall 3 has an X, no info. They know we want it. We know we want it. It's going to happen at some point. A lot of people like to speculate, well, all their games, are so popular now, what they're doing, that they're not going to make Titanfall. Well, I think eventually they're going to do it anyway, because they have to. People want it. They got to take that shot a third time, because the first game came out, the multiplayer only format didn't do them any favors, but had a cult following. I was one of those people. I loved the original Titanfall. And then Titanfall 2 grew in success, but a lot of it by word of mouth, which was really interesting. I remember trying to convince people anywhere when they asked, is it worth it? I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Titanfall 2 is amazing. So Titanfall 3, it's going to happen. There's an X here, but I think this is going to be it. As long as they have a solid campaign, solid multiplayer, which they had in the last game, and better advertising. And don't release it next to games that have established fan bases, big IPs. Don't do that again. They might have a winner here. So hopefully we're getting Titanfall 3. That's what I'm trying to say. Bandai Namco, Tekken 8X. I would love to hear some info on Tekken 8. I love Tekken, and yeah, no info on that, but it's getting to be that time where we should be hearing about a new Tekken. So and that's going to be a big deal. I can't wait to hear about that. But sadly, no info. The leak, as of right now, is up in the air. We don't know. Curve Digital, a big company everybody knows about. Human Fall Flat 2, X, no info on it. No confirmations. Human Fall Flat, I played the first one a little bit. It was kind of a neat idea. So I think it's a no-brainer that this is for sure coming. I feel like this leak is accurate. But yeah, I don't know if I have any hype for it, but I'll definitely check it out. The first one was kind of neat, so maybe I should play it some more. I don't know. Devolver Digital, the Talos Principle 2 with an X. No confirmation. We have no idea if that leak is accurate, and I never played the first one, so I don't know. I've only seen it recommended to me a couple times, and I have heard nobody talk about it, so I'm sure it's great. Devolver typically makes decent to great games, so or good games. I don't know if I'd say great. They have a couple great games. Anyway, I'm sure it's coming. I feel like that's the thing. Crytek, Crysis 4. I remember when I first saw that leak, I was like, are they going to make another fucking Crysis? I thought Crytek was like going under. Luckily, Hunt, which is a fantastic game, go fucking play it, has been doing pretty good. So maybe that's kind of given Crytek the boost they need. But Crysis 4 has a check mark. It's been confirmed. We've seen the teaser, and I'm really curious on what they're going to do with Crysis. Hopefully they melt fucking PCs again. I want that. I want that again. I want that fucking game that's so intense graphically that it just destroys PCs. You have to have the best of the best. I know it's not very friendly for everybody, but it was always exciting when like games like that came out, like Half-Life 2, Doom 3, fucking Crysis when it came out. It's like, dude, can you even fucking run Crysis? I mean, it's not like, again, it's not that exciting for people who won't be able to play it, but and they'll put it on console, but hopefully they have some crazy graphics to go with that game. Yeah, confirmed. D3 publisher Incorporated, Earth Defense Force 6 confirmed with a check mark. I'm so excited. I love Earth Defense Force 6. It's I wouldn't even say a guilty pleasure. I don't have guilty pleasures, but it's I love Earth Defense Force. Such a good fucking series. A lot of fun. I can't wait to see what they do with 6. I think I've seen some footage. I'm pretty sure. I think there's plenty out there. But yeah, they all kind of look the same. But I'm okay with that. I fucking love the game. So can't wait for that to come out. It also says only for PS4 and PS5 in Japan in 2022. So probably releasing this year over there and then later here. I don't know how they're doing it. Moving on, Sega, we got Bayonetta 3 with an X. I thought Bayonetta 3 was confirmed. Well, this is PC and streaming, so yeah. It's got an X, nothing. And then Judgment, this one seems odd to me due to legal disputes with Sega and actor agency equals X. So, yeah, I guess no info on it coming to PC. I think it definitely should come to PC. I would be surprised if it doesn't. The Yakuza games are on PC, so only makes sense to bring Judgment over. I thought that first one was. I don't know. This I'm gonna trust the list. The list is accurate in every way. Moving on, we got Atlas, Catherine, Full Body with an X. I'm surprised that's not on PC and streaming. Yeah. So no confirmation there. Shin Megami Tensei 5 with an X. I've seen people say this is their favorite JRPG ever. That's fucking wild. I believe this is only on Switch as of right now, and I think it should be on other things. I hope this comes to other consoles. I hope this comes to PC. I would like to try it. I still don't know if I want to buy it on Switch. I haven't been playing my Switch lately. Maybe give me a reason to play my Switch. Been playing my PS5 a lot lately. Yeah, so no confirmation there. No Persona 5 equal X doesn't exist, so please don't ask. Okay, so I guess that's not a thing. I guess that's according to this person, it's not a thing. So we'll move on with our lives. It's easier that way. All right, WB Batman Arkham Knight RTX Remaster equals X. I could see this. I could totally see Arkham Knight or like the whole trilogy coming out remastered with ray tracing. You're gonna see this more and more and more. And I know some people. I've had these conversations already with plenty of people going like ray tracing's overhyped. It's just a little scheme to get us to rebuy games. Two things. First off, I don't think you get what ray tracing is if you think it's overhyped. It's just a new technology in graphics. And if you do it well, good. If you don't do it well, and you can do it not well, then yeah, you could be using it to milk money. You just got to take it case by case. But you're going to see these because remasters are already popular. And people will rebuy them. I'll rebuy a game if it's been remastered good enough. A remaster can be good or bad. Everybody knows that. But with the advent of being able to add ray tracing to games, you're able to change the lighting and even how sound works, shadows, all that stuff, reflections in games that they never could have had before. And so if you do that good enough, you can offer a way that game can be played that was never played before. So you're going to see a lot of RTX remasters, and I would not be surprised if Arkham Knight was remastered with ray tracing. But X, we don't know. Nothing. Valve, this is fucking, we'll see. Half-Life 2 remastered. X. Yeah, no one's heard about that, but I can see that happening. Like fucking, especially if they were going to like, never say never. We got Half-Life Alyx, but if they're going to do like a new Half-Life, which someday they're going to do it. There's no fucking way they're never going to do it. The documentary I watched, they're talking about how they're afraid to make it, which is really concerning. But they're eventually going to make Half-Life 3. It'd be smart for them to revitalize Half-Life for a younger generation. It's been so long since Half-Life and Half-Life 2 came out that there are people nowadays who just never were there for that fucking event in gaming. I mean, Half-Life 2 and Doom 3 at the time they both came out was like an event. And obviously Half-Life 2 had more resonance to it. But to remaster it, I think makes a lot of sense. You want to reintroduce that iconic and legendary game to younger audiences and also give people who loved those games back in the day something to fucking play again that could feel like a new experience. And with the graphics that you can do nowadays, it would be time to possibly update it because it doesn't look that great anymore. Even though you look at it and you still go, holy shit, they really worked on that game really hard, because it's still, you can still tell it was like a fantastic looking game when it came out. And then we got next on that. And then we got Paradox with Project FPS. So some kind of project that I assume has to do with first person shooting. That's got an X, so we don't fucking know anything about that. But I'm sure it's going to be a real cool FPS. But we'll find out when we find out. That's how I kind of feel like a lot of this is accurate. It's because like that doesn't give you any fucking information. That's just a project name. So, would somebody just make that up? Possibly, but like it's so simple that like it's not even creative. It's just like, yeah, Project FPS. So it seems accurate. I'll be curious to see if Paradox does an FPS though. That'd be kind of interesting. Let's see. Moving on, we got huge grain of salt. Thank you, Twitter user at the XPA. Some games to be added, but are most likely canceled or will not come to fruition. Just some excerpts. Excerpts. I can't fucking talk. I found interesting. Let me be clear. They are all very possible, but some stuff is old if you take a gander. We'll go through this real quick. No, I guess there's some confirmations here. XCOM 3 with an X. We haven't heard anything about that. I know a lot of people who worked on XCOM made another game, so I don't know what's going on there. I would be surprised if we don't get an XCOM 3 at some point, so we'll see. Injustice 3, Gods Will Fall. I would also be surprised if we don't get Injustice 3. I feel like that's probably going to be their next game they work on. That's got an X though as well. Destroy All Humans 3 with an X. I do see that happening. I could see a Destroy All Humans 3 happening, especially with the resurgence of the game and them trying to push it again. I could see them possibly working on a new one. Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 HD. This says not a shot in my opinion. Also not a shot in my opinion, as much as I would fucking love that. If there's anything on this list I want, it's fucking a remaster or just fucking an availability of Metal Gear Solid through Metal Gear Solid 4 on current consoles or PC. That's what I just want that. So, but yeah, no shot with Konami. Fucking who knows? Mario and Rabbids with an X. That's gonna be a thing for sure. Death Stranding Director's Cut PC checkmark. That did happen. Came out. I need to pick it up. I was gonna pick up Death Stranding on PC, but I was like, I already played through it on PS4, and then the Director's Cut came out only on console. I was like, fuck. Do I buy that or do I wait for PC? And then it came out on PC. So now I have a reason to play the PC version, so I want to pick that up. Sniper Elite 5 has been confirmed with a check mark. City Skylines 2 with an X. That's definitely going to happen. That's completely accurate. There's no way City Skylines 2 isn't happening. Additional games. Total War 9 with an X. That's totally going to happen. 100% it's going to happen. But it's got an X, no info. Payday 3 with a check mark. Let's see it. I fucking love Payday, and I fucking love Payday 2 even more. I would love a Payday 3, hopefully with more features. I don't want to say more content. They added a shitload of content to Payday 2. But yeah, Payday 3 would be fantastic. It will be, hopefully. And yeah, I can't wait to see more on that. Hangar 13 unannounced checkmark. Canceled superhero game. I don't know what that is, but it's got a check mark and it says canceled. So let me know in the comments what the fuck is this talking about. Fight for Middle Earth equal X. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I'm sure we'll get more Middle Earth games, but know nothing about that. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled for PC X. You haven't heard anything about that? I don't even know if that would come out for PC. But if there's a big enough audience, I'm sure they would. But I mean, I got no one for that on PC. So, but I'm sure people on PC who want to play it might want it. So we'll see. Mortal Kombat Next Gen and Mortal Kombat 12 and 12. Okay, X. Yeah, there's no info on new Mortal Kombats. But we will for sure get a new Mortal Kombat. There's no fucking way we won't. Moss listed on Steam. PSVR timed exclusive, it seems. Check mark. So yeah, we got Moss on Steam. I think according to this. I think I saw it before though. Space Punks for Steam X. Why does it sound familiar? Space Punks. Is that on Epic Games? I don't know. X. Don't know. Hitman Pro X. I don't know what Hitman Pro is. Haven't heard about it. No confirmation. So we got that X. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 remastered with an X. I could see them remastering Modern Warfare 3, but I don't care. So moving on. Goat Simulator 2 with an X. I feel like that 100% is going to happen. That game, when it came out, was such a big deal, but mostly because it was a joke. But I know people who still play it. So, yeah, that's totally going to happen. But it's got an X. We know nothing. Wreckfest sequel, I hope so. I fucking love Wreckfest. I think it's completely underrated. I think it's one of the best Demolition Derby games out there. And I would love a sequel to it. But we got an X, so we'll find out. Worms next. Dude, they make a Worms every 3 months. So that's 100% confirmed. I'm confirming it right now. Change that X to a fucking check mark. It's happening. Titan Quest 2 with an X. That'd be fucking crazy. I would love a Titan Quest 2. I don't know if it's going to happen, although THQ Nordic has been really good at trying to revitalize their properties they own. The team that made that moved on. Unless they bring them back, that'd be fucking crazy. But they've made awesome games since Titan Quest. Grim Dawn, I fucking love. But Titan Quest was awesome, so I would love it to. Just be careful with it. We don't want a Torchlight 3 situation. Moving on, we got Outcast with a check mark. I don't even know what fucking Outcast is. Viking by Criterion with a check mark. I don't know what that is either. Is that like one of those like Eurojank games? I don't know. Metro Next. Yeah, dude. Fucking I hope that's real. I fucking love Metro, but that's got an X. We don't know shit about it. Stalker for Android. I don't know what the fuck that would be. That game barely ran back in the day on PC. I don't know how you're running that on a... I don't even know if it's optimized good enough for... I mean, I guess they would be optimizing it for Android, but that'd be interesting. X, though. Haven't heard anything about that. As Dusk Falls and As Dusk Falls Season 2... confirmed. I don't even know what that game is, but apparently it's confirmed. ERSB ratings confirmed. So there's validity to it. Got it. Ultra Street Fighter 2, The Final Challenger, Switch exclusive X. That seems very specific. I feel like that's got to be real, but maybe not. Street Fighter 2, though, was great. I mean, I grew up with that shit, so that'd be kind of cool to see them do something with that. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. No. Yes? No. What's the new one? There's a new... It's like an XCOM one. That looked cool. It's got a darker tone. It's not that, but... Anyway, we got an X for that. And then Ruined King with a check mark. I don't know what that is, but it's confirmed, so we're getting it. Hope you're excited. Yeah. So that's the list. And... as you've probably seen, as I've seen as well, going through it again, a lot of these games were revealed and a lot of them have come to fruition. They are real. They are confirmed, at least for PC and streaming, which, you know, if it's coming out on streaming, it's probably coming out on PC. And a lot of these games already exist on console, and if they don't, they probably will, because most games are made for both now, PC and console. But yeah, really crazy stuff. A lot of stuff on here I'm really fucking crossing my fingers for. And as we keep getting games like Kingdom Hearts 4 and other games confirmed, I think there's validity to a lot of this. And I think a lot of these games are going to come out. And it's really exciting. Although, yeah, I just like to see them. It's hard for me to get excited about stuff that's unconfirmed. But yeah, it just keeps seeming more and more like a lot of this is real. And of course, even games that are confirmed get canceled. So a lot of these could get canceled or have been canceled, and we don't know. So that will just be up in the air forever. But that's the list. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the NVIDIA leaks list. Is there something that's missing from this list that you've heard about as well? And is there anything on this list that you are particularly excited for yourself? And yeah, what seems like it's legit, what seems like it's not legit, and yeah, let me know everything you think about in the comments below. That's gonna do it for this TLG Reacts. I think it's a TLG Reacts. Maybe it's a tasty bit. I'll figure it out when I'm editing. But yeah, my name's Seth, and stay tuned. We'll have more episodes soon. I'm feeling better, so I'm feeling like making episodes again. Check out TastyCast. We had a great conversation over there. It's like 2 hours, and yeah, take it easy, guys.